Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Aire Rocket Freestyle competition coming to you from Helm, California, and a lovely day it is. Our next competitor will be the Naked Rocket. As you can see it here, no, it is not referring to the girl, for she is fully clothed and will remain that way. It is referring to the rocket itself that has no paint. Right, here are the handlers Stevie K and Marky Mark preparing Naked Rocket for its flight. Today the rocket will be attempting a trick combination of the Cyclone Pirouette to Flaming Tail Slide, which is a very difficult combination indeed. Trying to combine two tricks together for the judges for the best results. The Cyclone Pirouette is self-explanatory as the rocket spins on its way up. The best way to do this is with a flat spin and not wobbling around. The Flaming Tail Slide is the more difficult trick as the rocket proceeds up. Instead of arcing over and coming back down, it goes up to its topmost altitude, stops, and then slides back on its own trajectory. The flaming part is again self-explanatory. There are other names for these tricks in the rocketry freestyle parlance. The Cyclone Pirouette is also known as the Vomit Comet or the Lunch Launch. And the Flaming Tail Slide is also known as the Weenie Roaster. Right, funny names indeed, all having to do with the preparation of food or the purging of it. Right, the rocket is on the pad, the handlers are back to camp, and we're ready to go. Looks like we're ready for clearance. We're getting that clearance now, and it's time for the trick. Any moment now. And we have ignition, and we're flying. And yes, there is the Cyclone Pirouette as the rocket spins madly in its tight circle, going up and up to peak altitude. Going straight up it is, straight up indeed. And looking for the tail slide, and here is the tail slide indeed, and the Flaming Tail Slide is acted. This is a perfect execution of the two tricks as the rocket falls back to Earth. My, I do believe they've done it. I do believe they have an excellent, excellent trick combination. Let us look at a side view as the rocket goes up and give you an excellent example of the Cyclone Pirouette as we rise up. Yes, indeed, the fast, fast spin. Now we know why we call this the Lunch Launch. Indeed, the dizziness is palpable from here. Dizzying indeed as we come to a coasting stop, waiting for rocket separation. There we have it. Alright, back to the tail view as we drift back to Earth, falling down with the rocket separated into two pieces. No parachute at this time, just merely a strap holding the two pieces together to keep it floating down under control. We have a long way to go, falling down as we are from such a high altitude. We'll go ahead and watch this for a moment. Over 4,000 feet was this flight, with the speed reaching higher than 450 miles an hour. Very impressive for such a big rocket. The motor itself was a big one. It's a K540 Metal Storm rocket motor. Very impressive indeed. And as we approach 500 feet, we should have main parachute ejection, and yes, there we go. Coming down under the big parachute under control. Heading to the ground much slower this time. I do believe the judges will have an easy time of this score. It should be a very high scoring rocket flight. All the tricks were there and done to perfection indeed. There we are on the ground. Everything looks good. How about one more view from the ground of this spectacular flight? Yes, indeed, a spectacular flight. Judges, it's up to you.